Now, earlier in the programme we were hearing about the impact of the credit crunch on the car industry, but one part of the business is starting 2009 in a strong position.
Yes, the science that goes into making tyres for racing cars eventually ends up on all our vehicles. Our science correspondent David Gregory has been granted special access to a real success story.
Usually only those who work here get to see inside the Dunlop motorsport factory on the outskirts of Birmingham. And in its long history, it hasn't always produced tyres.
Dunlop have been making tyres in Birmingham since 1902, but here at the Fort Dunlop site since 1917. Not just tyres, even during the Second World War, we were making inflatable tanks as decoy tanks to confuse the Germans and ensure that they were bombing inflatable tanks rather than the real ones.
These days, the Dunlop factory is more used to seeing racing cars than blow-up tanks, though probably not used to seeing them being driven quite so slowly. And the motorsport tyre business is booming. Good news for the 300 staff working here.
Of course, it's Dunlop's expertise, their engineering skills that have led to them doing so well. And the better they do, the more people win, and the more people want to buy their tyres. Woohoo!
The winner of the Isle of Man TT used tyres made in Birmingham, as did this car that won the Le Mans Championship too. But just how important is the type of tyre to victory? Well, plenty of enthusiasts, racing teams and drivers here at the NEC for the Auto Sports Show, including one 19-year-old from Sutton Coldfield.
Your tyres are pretty much the most important thing on the car. You've got 4 contact patches which aren't much bigger than the size of your hand, and you've got to make the car work in harmony with those, because if you don't, you could be on pole position starting first, and if your tyres aren't working, if you haven't set the car up properly to work with them, then you'll just go backwards.
So winners and potential winners want to use tyres made here.
Well, the factory is absolutely full to capacity. We've won new business with new championships around the world, signed up many new teams in both motorcycle racing and in car racing. And it's a rare good news story, you could say, for the automotive industry.
And the technology created by companies like Dunlop for racing cars and bikes ends up in the tyres we all drive on. David Gregory, BBC Midlands Today, Birmingham.